everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, the coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They're led out by the former third-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay gain.
7 yards there and a first down. Throwing is Wilson. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually third down, fourth down? They got him on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Julius Peppers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. No score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now second and goal. There's Wilson. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. Leading them out, it's the third-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, one possession, one drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now it's Herbert. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete to Christian Okoye. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Herbert throwing again. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Julius Peppers. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That one complete to Okoye. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Herbert now. And this one too low.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Herbert on third down now. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run it with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Herbert.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
From the 37, they work on second and 6.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play here for Dallas.
And even 40 yards.
On first down, Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Back now here on EA Sports. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second and 7, Wilson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Travis Kelce from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, we lasted all the way to the fourth quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, if that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Miami set to take over.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This is brought in by Casper. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard. 2:08 on the clock. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Aaron Donald in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top for the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert to throw. This is caught. It's Crabtree. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now Herbert. And that's caught by Crabtree. Touchdown, Miami. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Herbert going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they take a knee. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Murray. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
One last throw here for Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, obviously, Charles, this was...
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line.